These poems are dedicated to all those whose lives have been spent in bringing peace to this planet. Wherever you are, I bow my head. May peace be on this earth. We are all united with the thread of love. May each one of us realize the garland of life.
The hidden Christmas tree. Imagine coming to this world as a fully lighted Christmas tree. The light shines within. That incredible smile you gave lights up the room. Everyone is transformed into a state of love with that smile. Yet slowly, one by one, the light bulbs fade away. At one point, we even forgot that the tree and lights even existed. Note, this is just not a Christian tree. We are talking about the tree of life that is keeping you alive. Humanity thinks that happiness exists outside. For thousands of years, wise men have said the precious jewel lies within. Why do we live in a state of apathy? Maybe we just think this is all nonsense. Yet what is the power that is keeping you alive? That is a very simple question, yet very difficult to answer. You are the universe. You just don't know it. Yes, roll your eyes all you want, but that is the truth. I know it sounds crazy. Yet talk to a scientist who is researching quantum mechanics, and they will tell you the same. Mystics have been saying this for thousands of years. The operating system, hardware, and software lie inside of you. You just have to flip on the switch. It's as simple as that. You are magnificent. You are not your problems. Dust is simply covering the mirror of life. You don't freak out when your mirror is dusty. You just simply clean it. The same way you just clean your inner mirror. No sacrifice or penance is needed. This is a peaceful journey. You change when you want to. You have free will. Intention. The definition of intention is the following. 1A. What one intends to do or brings about. B. The object for which a prayer, mass, or pious act is offered. 2. A determination to act in a certain way. Resolve. 3. Intentions plural, purpose with respect to marriage. 4. Import, significance. 5. A process or manner of healing of incised wounds. 6. Concept, especially a concept considered as the product of attention directed to an object of knowledge. Without a proper intention, one will never discover the jewel within. The jewel is there, you are there, yet the jewel is still hid inside of you. The proper intention is the means to propel you to discover the jewel within. It is the glue which binds us to higher states of mind. Most humans have dense intentions which binds them to the five senses. They are texting on the freeway of life, oblivious of their true nature. The wise man cultivates inner intention daily. The fruits of his effort leads to enlightenment. Ponder this over. What is your intention in life? What are you focused on? Contact. The definition of contact is the following. Now, the state or condition of physically touching. The state or condition of communicating or meeting. Verb. Communicate with someone, typically in order to give or receive specific information. Touch. What is the ultimate contact? You may touch everything, every object externally in the world, and yet you will still ultimately experience a void inside of you. A wise man consciously touches the jewel within and gets enlightened along the way. Attention. The definition of attention is the following. Notice taken of someone or something, the regarding of someone or something as interesting or important. Similar, awareness, notice, observation, consciousness, heed, recognition, regard, attentiveness, curiosity, inquisitiveness, listen, be attentive, attend, concentrate on hearing. Where is our attention placed today? Where are we as a society going? When truth becomes fiction and fiction becomes truth, we have lost the way. Our minds have become scattered. A scattered mind is like leaves blowing in the wind. We can't see properly. Our attention span is so short. How can we solve the problems of today when we are texting on the freeway of life? This should be common sense, yet our nation is divided. I'm right and you're wrong. That is the problem. Our attention is to always blame the other person. We see only a small piece of the puzzle, yet we think we see the entire puzzle. What are you going to do about this? Feeling. The definition of feeling is the following. Now, an emotional state or reaction, a feeling of joy, similar, love, care, affection, fondness, tenderness, warmth, warmness, emotion, sentiment, passion, adoration, reverence, devotion, compassion, sympathy, empathy, understanding, concern, solitude, tender-heartedness, brotherly love, pity, sorrow, commiseration, condolences. 2. A belief, especially a vague or irrational one. He had the feeling that he was being watched. Similar. Notion, inkling, hunch, fancy, apprehension, persistent, premonition, idea, vague idea, impression, gut feeling, feeling in one's bones, funny feeling, sixth sense, adjective, showing emotion or sensitivity. He had a warm and feeling heart. Similar, sensitive, warm, warm-hearted, tender, tender-hearted, caring, soft-hearted, sympathetic, compassionate, understanding, empathetic, responsive, receptive, intuitive, thoughtful, emotional, demonstrative, passionate, sensible. Wow, just think we could tap into these qualities in each and every moment. The funny thing is, it is possible. Aspiration. The definition of aspiration is the following. Noun. A hope or ambition of achieving something. The yawning gulf between aspiration and reality. Similar. Desire, hope, longing, yearning, hankering, urge, wish, aim, ambition, expectation, inclination, objective, goal, target, end, object, dream. 2. Medicine, the action or process of drawing breath. One needs to be full of aspiration to live a fulfilled life. When humanity punches the snooze button over and over, that is a signal, my friend. Our car is running on gas fumes. We need to fill our tank. What do you do when you are in a situation? We all have those off days where everything goes south. How do you handle that? Resolve. The definition of resolve is as follows. Verb. Settle or find a solution to a problem, dispute, or contentious matter. Come to the conclusion. Settle on a plan of action. Noun. Firm determination to do something. When a person has a problem, it's like a constant mosquito buzzing and harassing you. It's an irritant. You can't quite shake it off. The only way to do so is to resolve the problem. Easier said than done. This is where the art of mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness brings one to the center of the hurricane. In that state, all irritations of the mind get resolved. The problem may still be there, yet it can't touch you. This is why I say the spiritual path is the most practical path. What can be more practical than getting rid of the mosquito bites of the mind? In a clear state and vision, one can overcome any curveballs thrown your way. The times your problems define you. You go around and around in your mind getting worried. All this does is make you more stressed and uptight. You're not a happy camper who likes to sleep on the ground and be attacked by mosquitoes. The wise man has a mosquito-proof tent with a magnificent bed. He sleeps like a baby at night. Which one do you choose? Remember, you do have a choice. You have free will. Shame. The definition of shame is as follows. A painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. We have seen recently politicians who have no shame whatsoever. Therefore, their actions are foolish and unkind. One politician lied over 30,000 times since taking office. Yet today, many Americans think that the election was rigged. Shame is a mechanism where a normal person takes into consideration before doing an unwise act. One who does not have shame has no buffering process. He will tweet what comes to his mind at 2 o'clock in the morning. A wise politician will go over his tweets with his advisors to make sure they are correct. It seems like shame is slowly drifting away. It is a central cornerstone in developing a proper state of mind. When one only votes for the party lines, shame goes out the door. Common sense goes out the door. Truth becomes fiction, and fiction becomes truth. A healthy state of mind turns into a swamp. We should only be voting for people who have a stable mind and an ethical mind. Those who say the attack on the Capitol building was a walk in the park should be voted out of office. This is a sign of a very unhealthy mind. How can you govern with such nonsense? They can't even feel any shame. When this happens to the majority of the party, disaster can't happen. Remember, the eagle needs a healthy left wing and right wing to fly. Passing laws is one of the functions of our leaders. Probably the most important is mental and emotional stability. Kindness is a lost art in our politics today. Maintain your power at all costs, even if it means bending the truth into falsehood and bending falsehood into the truth. At first they don't believe what they are saying. Yet by saying it over and over, they become convinced of their lies. Where did shame go? Consideration. The definition of consideration is as follows. Noun. Carefully thought, typically over a period of time. A long process involving a great deal of careful consideration. Similarly, thought, deliberation, reflection, contemplation, cognition, pondering, meditation, musing, mulling, examination, inspection, scrutiny, analysis, review, discussion, attention, heed, notice, regard. The golden rule comes to my mind. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This is the foundation for man. Where has consideration gone? Yelling, screaming, and flame throwing have taken their place for millions. No wonder we have so much chaos on this land. Basic human virtues of the mind have been ignored and replaced with such negativity. Remember, you are the company you keep. Every moment you are programming your mind for the positive or the negative state of mind. Your mind and body are interconnected. I think, therefore I am. This is the truth. It's not just a theory. Non-hatred. The definition of non-hatred is as follows. Non-hatred is a consciousness lacking the intent of harm towards sentient beings, sufferings, and the source of suffering. It has eliminated the generation of hatred. That, my friend, is desperately needed in the world today. There is a reason why the wise man simply smiles. He has nothing to say or prove. In that state of awareness, hatred is long gone. Hatred or non-hatred is a state of mind. It must be cultivated. When you were born, you didn't have an ounce of hatred in you. The world around you taught you how to hate. You took it hook, line, and sinker. is not your fault. Yet you must clear yourself of the hatred. It does not serve you and the world. In fact, it's putting more gasoline on the fire of life. When one can see the interconnectedness of all things, one drops the hatred. This is your true nature. What happened? Why, as a society, do we contain so much hatred? Is this serving any purpose? Maybe it's time for internal housecleaning. We have garbage everywhere. Hatred has a putrid smell. You can smell it a million miles away. Love is the perfume of life. It is the essence of all. A wise man takes out the trash daily. The dump truck comes and picks it up. Over time, one fully embraces the perfume of life. By doing so, sweet fragrance fills the air. The mind, body, and soul are in harmony. This, my friend, is your true nature. Non-ignorance. The definition of non-ignorance is as follows. Non-ignorance is a mental factor that is characterized by clarity and sharpness and that serves as an opponent to the mental factor of ignorance. In reality, it is clarity in mind. It is called at times crystal clear. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge or information. Major problems happen in this world when the majority of people forget their true nature. Unfortunately, we aren't aware of it. Because of this factor, we can't see what we can't see. Then we say our awareness is normal and clear. I find it funny how so few people want to understand the basic laws of the mind. Why should I want to do that? Yet your mind is the instrument to decipher wisdom and actions to take. This is not a serious path, yet it requires discipline. A happy dog is a disciplined dog. An angry dog is an undisciplined dog. Proper training and discipline are needed to find the inner jewel. One can never find true wisdom externally. One can only find it inside of you. That's where the buried treasure lies. We have been taught to only focus on the external. Therefore, we live in ignorance. If this is not so, why is there so much chaos alive today in this world? Ask yourself, what are we missing? This knowledge has never been taught in our schools. We are taught only to focus externally on our happiness. Look where that has brought us today. We are sawing off the branch we are sitting on, yet we can't stop it. We need to send that text on the freeway of life. We don't have time to change or think about our consequences. My vacation is coming up. I've planned this for a long time. I don't have time to think about this. What a waste of time. Ponder this over. Maybe we got this picture backwards. Diligence. The definition of diligence is as follows. Now, careful and persistent work or effort. Similar, conscientious, industrious, rigorous. One must be diligent to have a healthy mind. A person can never rest on your laurels. Curveballs will always be thrown your way. You will stumble and fall. Just pick yourself up. The goal is to quickly recover and go forward. Nobody is perfect. Yes, perfection lies inside, yet nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. Laugh at yourself. Have a great sense of humor. Enjoy the ride. Be like a little child. Don't be so serious. Yet be diligent in your actions. Don't give up the ship. Just put your hand on the rudder. Persistence, diligence will sail you home.